peeps, welcome back to One Version. In the last episode we pulled double duty banging in our viaduct here, but in this episode we are sharply changing tracks. And that's entirely down to the fact that I was visited by the ghost of Davey's past. And Davey Jr was like, "Oi, Cupcake, you've got to gun ahead and water our beavers." So while we've got our water patient doing our waterfalls, I'm gonna reveal to yous that I have minimum priority our bad water aqueduct. We're fully focusing on water storage this episode, and some other storage for the end of the week video. But we are not simply going to rely on this bit of water right here for storage. We are going to utilise these throttling valves back here to create a massive water reservoir. We're gonna fill up this entire bloody corner of the map here with water. So we've got ourselves a couple of gaps we need to fill. I'm not gonna bother filling that. That can just be a free flowing part of the reservoir. We've removed this throttling valve. We're gonna add a ladder in so our beavers can get straight up there and build this wondrous laddie. And that includes this secret cave here. It's gonna be proper mint. Well, first of all, we're gonna get this up to unlimited, so this bit river fills straight up, and then Ganson fills this pool so our water slurpers can slurp it up. And that still allows enough flow to get around here and fill up this bit river. Oh, the beavers are already banging in with the maximum priority warehouses. Oh, that's right. Another thing Davey Jr told us in me dreams was to use the latter three bloody priorities here. So we've got warehousing for maximum priority, and then we've got the big fake hill here. That's gonna block the water, as well as these lower priority builds down here. Oh, and then you need to be minimum priority at all, pal. So we should start seeing our beavers absolutely smashing this in, and then getting our fake hill in, as well as all of the bloody stairs down to it. This is gonna be a proper banging episode! Providing we remember to turn this throttling valve down to 0. Now let's go straight up to speed 4 until the flooding dissipates. Which shouldn't take too long considering I'm opening this bloody throttling valve. Oh, bad date approaching you, what? That isn't good. Right, water out of here because we've got some bloody shite to be doing. With the flooding now gone, we need to start doing that shite I was wappling on about. Now thankfully, we still have our 10 haulers. They are absolutely essential when it comes to getting all of this stuff banged in here this episode. Not only are they shifting dirt from A to B, well that's mainly actually what they're going to be doing. They are going to be primarily, sorry I just woke up the bloody sleeping beavers there, primarily sorting dirt from A to B. Ideally getting it all in here so we can build our entire blooming dam. And it's about time we upgraded from this wee reservoir in the middle innit. Oh, but not only that. We've purposely left this bad lad right here as a maximum priority laddie, so we can fill up this bit of the reservoir. And that will help keep this side nice and topped up. The flooding in our main reservoir will keep this river nice and topped up, so we shouldn't have to worry about a blooming thing. Now, since we got a bad tiding coming after only 3 days, we're gonna get these water slurpers unpaused. Is there any reason we're massively overspilling here? I'm pretty sure we never used to do that. I mean, to be fair, I may as well just start restricting flow down here. And if I've set that at 1, I need to set this laddie at 0.25 to stop spillage over here. And then that should start filling the water up in this wee reservoir pre-bad tide, which is annoying because we can't keep any water in there during a bloody bad tide at the moment. But yeah, it will allow some water to go down here and not be held by anything at the moment. However, this is a fully maximum priority job here, so our beavers should get round to banging this in before doing anything else around on the map. So why didn't we have ourselves a speedy up bit until the bad tide kicks in, or this bit reservoir's up and running? It's a fair dinkum angle this like, because you get to see the completed aqueduct on the left, the dirt foundations in the middle, and a little bit of incomplete aqueduct on the right. Oh yeah, my god, it's bad tide o'clock! We need to make sure we get... Oh, how's this already contaminated, man? But we need to make sure we get all the water out of the tippity top here before the bad water gets done to it. So the second I start seeing contamination there, we are closing this throttling valve. And now we've got heaps of water stored up. And a 20-day bad tide, that's not too bad, providing we can keep the bad water at bay here and we don't have any beavers going down and get bloody contaminated. So let's delete access down there, and then any bloody build that's down here at all is getting paused. A perfectly healthy builder beaver, are you gonna chuck a Yui? Oh, that's not too bad though, because oh no, they are chucking a Yui, aren't they? Yeah, they just chucked a Yui onto the other path. Oh, it's not too bad. I thought they were gonna go and bang in from above, but as long as they're not down here, that's all I blooming care about. You get yourself back to safety, pal, and put that log somewhere more useful. Now, our beavers did get this in, but it was a bit too late. And we'll let them bang away on it. You know what? We'll have a sort of super fast speedy up it while I get the rest of the door in. And that's it in. Oh, maybe if I didn't have this so very high, that would have helped keep some water in here. So for now, that's just going to be a 0.10. Which is 0.30 because there's 3 of them. Now we have ourselves 2 unemployed beavers, and I reckon we could absolutely do with some bonus haulers. I also swapped the priority round on these jobs, so this hauling post is second minimum, and the second builder's hut is minimum priority. So we'll have ourselves a bonus 10 hour flow jobs. Our beavers, how are you cracking along with the big reservoir project? Not built just yet. However, we do have loads of beaver builders running our and about to bang in what I imagine is the roof for this bad lad. Why-yi! Now, unfortunately, we will not be able to do a speedy up bit of our here because I'm keeping what's inside the secret hidden cave. Well, a hidden bloody secret! Now, we do have our door excavator turned up to 4 beavers, so we need to keep an eye on our injured bloody beaver count, didn't we? I mean, we're already up to 3, and we've only got 4 beds. And would you look at this, peeps? We have some bonus kohlrabies. Oh, we had some bonus kohlrabies, so when our builders are out here banging the roof of our fake cave in, they can eat and slurp straight from here. And this is going to be a bit of a central jobby, because once we get the stairs in, going up here, to block off this level, they can eat and drink from down there, and all of our scrappy dappy doers here can also eat and drink from there. However, with 20 out of 20 storage, I think you might be getting paused, pal. And once again, I love the fact that I said I might pause you as I was actively pausing the bloody beaver. Oh, we've got a bonus hauling post up and running, let's go! Even though we now have 1 less beaver knocking about on the map. And to be honest with you, peeps, I'm half tempted to pause 4 of these bad lads. See how we get on for the next, we'll say, week with 3 schlorpers. And the fact that we now have bonus builders and haulers is just a nice side effect. Now, since we're regaining our beavers' trust, I'm going to plop in 2 more maximum priority medical beds for them. Show them I care and all that, you know. Tell you what, I do love our automated river system and our fancy suspension bridge. Yeah, look at our beavers cutting about. Oh, I've just had myself a bit of a thought. Since we're winning the beavers' trust back and everything, why don't we use the knowledge that we gained on Friday's myth-busting episode and turn this bit of the river where we already have beavers coming through it to create the very finest of shower situations? I mean, why the... I forgot it would disappear. But why the bloomin' heck not, you know? We know from Friday's Timberborn myth-busting episode that the showers don't use any water at all. Fully confirmed and everything. Now, something our beavers did manage to get in are these bit dynamite here. So let's watch these bad lads kaboom all the way to the stair tunnel here. And then remember that you need to be on the same level to demolish these blockages, which is alright. We'll just replace the spiral staircase with a normal stair. And then we can chuck a spiral staircase right there, so beavers can have access to build the tunnel. And destroy the blockages here. Ooh, and get your bloody resources back off that, beavers. 100% of it. And I've just maximum prioritised our efficient mine here, because I realised we desperately need the metal. And this is not going to last with. Oh, beavers! When did this occur? When did we not unpause any of our bloody food industry. Thankfully, no one's corked at a hunger yet. However, look at all of our hungry bloody beavers knocking about. This is disgraceful. This is not how you win back your beavers' trust. We need to get back up to speed bloody 4 and make sure we are fermenting all of the soybeans and cassavas. Properly took me eye off the ball with that one, hungry beavers. We still have plenty of water knocking about though, so you can grow till your heart's content. Oh, ho, ho, what shite am I talking? Look at the state of this river level here. Oh, this is absolutely nae good. What's a river like our here? We've got plenty of canola to can. Oh, it's not looking too tasty. Oh, what do you reckon, Beaver? He's not impressed in the slightest. I guess who increased the workplace priority, not the construction site priority. Classic MiGly manoeuvre right there. Peeps, prepare yourself, because for 10 days remaining for this bad tide, we have all of the hungry bloody beavers. And not a single bit of food. But we've got our fermenters fermenting. We will be feeding the hungry beaver bellies. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Oh, look at our big natural pine forest. This is what it's all about like. You get at your tapas shack and you have yourself a wander through the bloody pines. All natural as well. Not a single planted pine anywhere to be seen over here. We're even getting some natural new pines growing in where the path used to be. Oh, this is a lovely little centre island of the rivers here. And we still haven't had any beavers corked of hunger, which is grand. We've got beavers picking berries. Now, I did end up unpausing all 5 of these to try and keep up with our scrap demand. And we are struggling. Although, we do now have this as a maximum priority job finally. And I'm even being clever and popping some maximum priority storage either side. Get up there, Builder Beaver! I dare you to bang it all in! Now we are getting all the way up to 0 berries if you have a look there. 10 kohlrabis. Oh no, we're not up to double figure kohlrabis. But with our 1 fermented soybean knocking about, we're up to double figure. No, we're not up to double figure foods. We were almost up to double figure foods there for a moment. And get on, why not? We may as well get a bit of happiness and detonate the bloody doors. That was a new move, that like. Because yes, we can pop in some pools. However, we've just made the water level here that bit lower. Tell you what, like peeps, with these 5 unpaused, it is a no joke whatsoever with how fast this scrap is going down. Let's see if I can get myself a mad little first person angle. And we can watch all of these beavers just go zippity zippity zip and make these skyscrapers fall to the very ground. You're a dab hand at that, aren't you, Beaver? And we even have some deliveries for the big old efficient mine here. I can't wait for this laddie to be in. And ideally, before that's gone. Oh, we've got a bit of dirt warehouse in here. So we'll be able to get the stair down and build our dam. And this side of the dam, well look, it will be filled. We just need to scrap this metal and whatnot first. We'll even come equipped with a fancy floodgate. And I've just been having myself a ponder here at the edge of the map, looking at the stars. And this dirty bad water here, contaminating our thorns. Best watch out and count its cycles. Because I reckon after Friday, they'll be all green and irrigated up here forever bloody more. But until then, enjoy your contamination, thorns. I can safely say that we are in double figure food though. We're even encroaching on triple figure food if we don't watch ourselves. Beavers will start getting complacent and not realise that they have to build this whole blooming reservoir this episode. Alright peeps, here's the ultimate beaver building test. This is all maximum priority. I built it from the back to the ladders at the front there. So the beavers should build them perfectly without locking themselves out and whatnot. Oh my! I thought I was accidentally in speed 5 or something. I got it with 3 FPS. It must be all of the braziers. And with our last bit of shrubbery, we can now unveil our fancy pants hidden cave. Look at this bad lad. We've got braziers, we've got shrubbery. That's about it. We've got braziers and shrubberies and a nice fine little pattern here. Well, now that our cave hole is filled, let's cover it on up. And how are we doing our here by chance? Not off bad. Treated planks are on halfway there. Gears, our halfway there. We do need to get this bad lad all the way up to bloody unlimited so we can get some water down into the slurping pool and slurp the water up from said slurping pool. And because I'm all worried about this, I'm going to unpause all of these slurpers too. Now we do have a lovely full reservoir here, which, finally enough, doesn't actually spill and do anything nasty over here. It just, you know, kind of adds to our power generation by somewhat topping up the Badwater River. It does flood our system, look! If we got underneath here, we've got a bit of a flooded path, which is going to become a flooded stay. But technically, the water's gone in so slowly that it just dips down by that gap there and doesn't ever get inside. Oh, look, it doesn't even! Oh, and neither would an house really filling up! The only way we got water in here is because of the flood! Oh, no! Right, get all the water out of there. We should stop flooding now. If anything, we should... Oh, no, we're not going to backflow because it comes downhill, yeah, of course. Right, well, now that we've actually got some water flowing, we should be filling this bit hole all the way to the brim. But before we actually start flooding, we need to get this bad lad down to 1. And somehow we've got no blooming food again. How's this occurring, beavers? And how do I have a contaminated beaver? What is going on over here? Yantry, get yourself in the decontamination pod. I'm pausing all my bonus builders so we can have a full stack of 10 haulers knocking about. And if absolutely nothing else, for this drought, we'll have a little bit extra water stored up for this river. Doesn't necessarily help our here or when we're slurping, but it's, you know, it's there. That's all that matters. Now, if you wouldn't mind backflowing a wee bit, then you can just go into here where the empty space is and not flood over here. Well, that's when Speedfall comes to the rescue and makes this flood feel not as bad as it really was. How are we still... What's going on here? This wasn't an issue last time. Like, hasn't been an issue at all. I did read in the patch notes that the devs have helped with sloshing, so we're going to get the reaction speed of this all the way up to 80%. So that should close a lot faster now. It hadn't even came down to 1 from when it was up at unlimited, man. That's how slow the 55% is. And I suppose, since we're not concerning ourselves with splooshin' and splashing so much, let's get this laddie up to 80 and all. 80 is our new 55. Unless we have excessive splooshin' and splashing. Right, now we go speed 4. Oh, accidental speed 5! Yeah, accidental speed 5 makes everything seem just bloody fine. And I reckon at this point here, we should start thinking about reducing our flow down here. Especially considering we've only got a day left. Let's get to 0.25, and then let's get this reduced to 1. So they should be outputting the same, because there's 4 up there and 1 down here. We should, once again, be getting the water level rising up here. Going through our fancy pants throttling valves and topping up our fancy brand new side of the map reservoir here. And these laddies are only outputting 0.30 all in all, so we'll definitely just end up topping up in our spilling. Ooh, actually, since this is now properly in play, I should probably automate it to the... Oh, which one is it? I don't know which one of these it is. I think it's this one. The look at me memory. Yes, that is the look at me memory. And we're just going to mirror this throttling valve. So when it's off, it's 0. When it's on, it's the equivalent of 2. Correction, that's actually equivalent to 4 because there's 2 of them. So this laddie needs to be on 1.33333 recurring. Maybe we'll just keep this down at like 0.3 recurring. I reckon that's going to be a slightly better time. Unlike the lack of bloody food over here, can we please get some kohlrabies picked up, beavers? Like, for realsies, though. What's... like, for real? I've got 2 of them on harvest and 1 of them on planting, and they're just not picking these up at all. And that's including these farmers here, which have got range for this entire quadrant, don't have anything to do in their own farms because they're all full as a gun, and still can't keep up. What is occurring here, beavers? And we still haven't had any beavers carcass of hunger, but that's not what it's about. I'm trying to win our beavers' trust back, and I'm not trying to do that by wiping out any generations that remember what I bloody done to their ancestors. I want positive tales told around the campfire about the cupcake. I mean, realistically at this rate, we do not need this kohlrabi warehouse, like. I'll sacrifice me 11 logs for the sake of another bloomin' farmhouse. Maximum priority, that beavers. Because you clearly need some bloomin' help. Look at this, they're all just growing in the ground. How's this not been an issue so far, though? I am a tad perplexed. Oh yeah, we can, peeps. What's the drought gonna be for cycle 24? It's a 21-day drought. Not bad at all. I was wondering why this water was taking so long to get out. It's because these are all being levees and they were shut. At least now we've got a fresh bit of water to be pished. Nowhere, because there wasn't enough to get anywhere. But we do have our glorious massive reservoir here that will just be letting water out as and when. As and when it's told to, by the look at me memory. Stranded beaver! Where's the stranded? How? And since we don't have any fermented soybeans stored up in there, we may as well destroy that, so bloody Yakna here can get ahead and be free to chomp up the last of our kohlrabis. Now beavers, you've got 20 days left of this drought. Your mission is pretty clear. We need this laddie in. And I'm even going to up the priority of the actual door building itself to high, so our beavers will hopefully get to building this whole bloomin' reservoir in this drought. Oh, it happened! Babes, it happened! No! We had so many beavers starved to death. Oh, that is not a good day in the history books. Davey Jr would not be proud of our cupcake right now. We don't have a single hauler. We're truly barely keeping it together here. And we should probably stop slurping so much water out the river. Once again, I'm going to leave these 3 sloping and the rest are fully bloody paused. And we've even got 4 haulers after that. So we should be able to survive, but I really don't know about building this entire reservoir in the next 19.7 days. Although I am going to embark on a whole drought-long speedy up bit. A canny little angle this time though. You get to see the secret hole down there that's no longer a secret, or will be a secret once again. That's going to get, well, covered up during the speedy up bit. So enjoy the braziers and shrubbery while you can. And you'll also be able to see the river levels keeping themselves all tippity topped off. And as well, see the beavers build part of this big old reservoir here. But the real reason we've got this fair dinkum angle here is so we can ensure that our beavers are picking crops, planting crops, and generally staying nice and alive. Now we'll say the timing for the myth busting stuff was canny like, because now I can blame editor MiGly for putting the video out on Friday. I didn't break me claim that I was gonna finish the viaduct this week. As far as I'm concerned, it's still this week, and we can finish it on Friday as planned. But anywho, that's bloody end of week episode. This is the beginning of week episode, where we get our beavers, well, I was gonna say planned to be happy and healthy forever, but we bloody only went and lost nigh on half our colony our night because of starvation. So yeah, now we desperately need this and maybe a wee bit more fish and farming. And here we are, cycle 25's among us. We've got a stranded beaver. Of course we've got a stranded beaver. The stranded beaver shouldn't be an issue. I've upped the priority of a block. We have a lovely blue river over here and a long dried out river over here. Now, as per usual, because we're not fully set up yet, we need to go unlimited on here, unlimited on here, and unlimited on blooming here. And why not dating speed 4 so we can see it all fill up, including the wee pool. And with that finagling done, we should be now sorted down here. We just need to make sure we get some water down this river, but not as timely as the other river. And you may have noticed during that speedy up bit that it took the beavers quite some time to get this fake hill on. You know, it was officially impossible to build. I had to rebuild it like 3 times, but eventually I got it right and the beavers came and banged it all in. Oh, that reminds us, we need to delete that bit warehouse. Be gone. Collect your 1 log back off there, because we got this side all up at a level now. And this bit build is all powered by this bit warehouse here. Well, we do need to hurry up and get this efficient mining like, because I spied that we do not have very much scrap metal left at all. 16 scrap metal. And you may have also noticed that we completely ran out of dirt. I was too cheeky and paused the dirt excavator, so we need to get 4 beavers in there getting injured like knee beavers business, just so we can continue building on my massive reservoir. Well, since we've got water flowing, let's go back to having this all restricted so we can go ahead and fill up this side of the blooming map here. Now, isn't that a glorious sight to behold? We've got ever rising water levels until eventually it spills into our main reservoir, which cans down into both of our rivers. Oh, peeps, we need 16 treated planks. That is it. We've got our tapper shacking their natural forest here. We got our wood workshop treating said planks. We just need them in this bloody efficient mine here. And ideally, get the medium tank up and running and full of extract. Because the recipe for efficient mining is treated planks and extract, so we need both of these cranking along. And since we don't have any contaminated beavers, we can pause our decontamination pod. We still haven't quite sorted our population out, so I'm going to go ahead and unpause every single one of these breeding pods here. Look at all the new fresh babbies getting popped out. And I am going to pause all of these that I've just unpaused, but not until we properly boosted our population. Oh, an old mate's got now today. I'm just waiting for a hauler to come move the last of the scrap, or maybe he can take him with him. Nah, he is done with the scrap life. Hopefully they become a builder and get the efficient mine up and running. But for now, I gotta say bye-bye to you. Bye-bye to all of these, so beavers of the builder varieties, or maybe haulers now. Let's have a check. Who comes and picks this up here? Beaver builders, they're still the ones that pick up the rubble. And while these are here picking up precious resources, beavers, why didn't you get your log and plank back off the stairs? And not that there's anything for you to get back off this, but we'll just stop blotching up the landscape with it. Just like we're going to stop blotching the landscape with all of these paths. And with our builder beaver carrying the last of the rubble across the pathway here, which we are deleting right behind them, we're going to have to ask them to come back and pick up some more bloody rubble. And then once they've done that, they're going to have to come and build a big old dam wall in here. And now we've got this side of the map all ready to go. We just need to, real casually do this bit here. Oh yeah, whenever the beavers fancy it, this bit runs here. Ooh, we've got a drought inbound. Ooh, that could line up very nicely and allow our beavers to also get down in here and finish off all of these jobs that we paused at the beginning of the episode. Oh, and beavers, pick up these resources, because we're not going to be doing tubies all over the shop anymore. Although I am going to be keeping one very special tubeway installed, but that's not this episode. This episode is all about the drought protection, aka the reservoir, and watching our beaver banger here banging the efficient bloody mine. We now have no issues with scrap metal, or at least once we have plenty of catalyst and treated planks we won't. Oh, we definitely don't want 10 beavers in here. Let's get that down to say 2, maybe 1, but 2 for now. Yeah, we are, peeps. We've got our first bit of efficient scrap metal being made. Any second now we'll have 10 scrap metal sitting there ready to be produced into 5 metal blocks down here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, peeps. My main objective now is to watch the percentage on these bad lads and get them stopped at 99%. Maybe if I'm cheeky, just on 100. Well, that got a bit hectic, didn't it, when the drought started pop up, stopped us from pausing all of the pods. But anywho, we're back to reasonable beaver levels, and we've got some glorious floodage on the gun. I mean, I am loving this secondary reservoir we've got going along here. It is glorious. And we even have some beavers banging in some of our impermeable floors here that will stop our contamination from getting into our lovely, precious, protected thorns up here. In Friday's episode, of course, for now, we are all about this big old reservoir. And I'm going to maximum prioritise this section hour here, so we can cop a fair dinkum angle of the beavers banging this bit dam in, as well as going through the hole in the dam, doing the fancy spiral staircase, and blowing up a whole new water tunnel. But not only that, you get to see the reservoir and river levels, and hopefully make sure our beavers are still kicking about. Oh, and I've just noticed as well, you can see our beaver haulers keeping that wee door box in the top right, topped off. It's canny to see the beavers walking together to get some proper water storage. Although I will say I never like seeing the water level in the river just zoom down in these speedy up bits after the fact, like. And there we have it. We've got our side dam. Now the eagle-eyed peeps among us would have noticed that there was a hole in the wall, so I had to put a bit of bonus dirt on so our beavers could reach. Well, there is the side wall with big fancy hour spill floodgates, or we're emergency let it all out throttling valves. And personally, I reckon it all lines up very nicely in here. And blooming heck, beavers! What? Look at this, peeps! It's nigh on a whole new cycle! I was not expecting this to take a whole cycle, like. But here we are. We've got, a lot of this in as well. Now, I thought it would be nice to have all of this the same. However, we don't need impermeable floors up here, so let's save the metal. And one more thing before I forget. I'm going to move these throttling valves back one, so we can take advantage of the nice little curve here. Why have the throttling valve stick it straight against the straight wall when we've got the dam on the corner only half a block tall? But anyway, that's enough bloody bad aqueducts for now. We're going to be straight back in to a, well, normal good water situation and getting... Ooh, beavers! Getting the rest of this bad lad in. So let's go ahead and maximum priority this bit of spill action and all these levees right along here. Because we want to be storing water all the way up, especially once we get this ladder out of here and replaced with an impermeable floor. But before we can get that ladder out of there, we need to make sure we plop in all of our irrigation barriers. So let's be clever with our priorities here. That's all we can do for now, until we get all of these impermeable floors in. And we're only a couple of beaver banger blows away from getting this hour hanging, so we should be there in pretty much no time at all. Oh, is this the beaver coming hour? Oh, hang on. Let's reconnect the path. That may help things. And then we'll see if our beaver banger chucks a Yui to come up the easier path. And then gone ahead and bang in our big old hour hang. Look at that shadow go. And look at that hour hang pop in there. Oh, we're starting to overspill this level, which means we'll be getting water through these fancy pants throttling valves. And we've got some dynamite to kaboom boom. Well, now that we've got our path up and running, our beavers can go all the way down here and should easily be able to bang in all of these levees. And blooming heck, we've got 4 beaver bangers banging away. How much is going to get popped in here? I haven't seen anything pop in just yet. There's a floor get popped in. There's a second floor get popped in. There's a third floor popped in. There's a beaver just shifted. I want to pop in the 4th blooming floor over there. And there's a beaver coming down to pop in the metal for the 5th bit of floor. And they'll have this done in no time. And let's preemptively get the throttling valve up to unlimited. So the second we get any water coming out of here, it goes straight through here and fills up our brand new reservoir. Because we've got a bit of capacity now. We can go we can only go to this level here. We have the tiniest bit of capacity now, which we'll be able to use once we pop a dynamite on there. Ooh, I've only got 3 bits of impermeable floor left. They're all reachable. They all have bloody metal blocks in them. Oh, go on, beaver. Are you going to come bang all 3 of these in? Oh, no, we've got beavers banging from above and all. Proper tag team action. Well, with that bad lad in right there, I reckon it's officially time to unpause, in the correct order, all of these irrigation barriers. And as well, hopefully, get some beavers banging in these big levees, because they are rather important. So let's do ourselves a fancy fade to when all of these irrigation barriers and levees are in. Well, not quite the fade I was after. We still have a few of these bad lads needing to get plonked in. However, we are severely running low on treated planks. Literally 4 remaining. We need these 3, we need to get rid of these stairs, plonk another one on, plonk a platform on, plonk an impermeable floor on, then get 2 more levees on. Well, that's taking its bloomin' time. Get in there, beaver, while it's still clean. Because in 0.5 days, we're going to be destroying this bit of path again. But we're half a day until the bad tide. We've got a fair dinkum water level up here. We've got a fair dinkum water level everywhere else. Oh, that is far from ideal. I forgot to slurp this entire bloody temperate season. I think we need to reduce this, laddie, down to 0.80, because we are mildly flooding fairly consistently now, I hear. But our one treated planker here is struggling big time. And they're prioritised by haulers. Even that's struggling with the amount they're having to churn out. Oh, but our beavers are getting amongst it here, like. Look at this. The cave is starting to come together. Oh, we have filled up water. That's why we're flooding. This can go back up to 0.85. And this can go back to 0. Well, there you can, peeps. Proof of concept and everything. And we've tested our wee fake hill here. And if push comes to shove, we can go ahead, open up this big throttling valve down the bottom, and get that one level of water out into our one pool here. I'm also thinking it will be a good idea to impose all of the water slurpers on the map. And I mean all of the water slurpers on the bloody map here. Getting up to 24-hour working days. I'm getting an unlimited flow on the throttling valve so we can have all of our water slurpers actually slurping for the rest of this temperate season. Well, since we're about to get with bad tide beavers, you can all clock off. Oh, mild floodage. Love it. Well, I don't, but I love it because we are building our massive reservoir here. 25-day bad tide. And I have a feeling, peeps, that we are in a situation right now. The bad water, no matter how I route it, is going to end up going down here. And into our big old pool, potentially. Our spilling into a reservoir and into both our rivers here. The only thing I can hope is that it doesn't make it past this gap. That's the largest gap. I've put this floodgate down to 0. Oh, the flow. Wait, what's happening? What's occurring? Oh, that's right. The water needs to go up, then flow around, and now we begin to bloody panic! Yeah, we're panicking! Beavers! No! Stop it! Get your precious tails out of there with immediate effect, beaver, because the bad water, it's a coming forward! Now, if it did stay like that, that would be glorious. However, I reckon it's gonna go spilling all the way down, even more than it currently is. And that is when things begin to get serious. Because now we've got bad water with momentum on this floor, but by the looks of things, not enough momentum to do anything. Hey, I'm bloody happy with that. Oh, you know what I'm not happy with? All of this water getting pished out into bloody knee-way. Oh, hang on, no, it's not. It's getting stored up in the reservoir. Why is this so low? This is awfully strange behaviour. I'm not going to complain though, because we're not even spilling our bit impermeable floor. Well, that is grand news, that, peeps. I was properly worried that we were about to have a massive bad water pool here. Although we do have 21 vacancies somehow. How do we manage that? Oh, that's right! We've got all of the water slurpers on the map unpaused. So let's get these long straws paused, and we're back to 10 haulers. 25-day bad tide? I reckon we're looking alright for it, personally. Not too bad at all. Which puts us in great standing for a bit of massive reservoir building. Honestly, peeps, we've built most of it, look. Most of it's built. We just need to, cover up the big hole that the cave resides in. The cave is looking canny-like. I properly like that. So without further ado, let's get a second build path on here. Or is that the 4th build path now? 1 build path, 2 build path, 3 build path, 4. And that's only if you'd even include the secret 5th build path. Oh, bad water's still chilling up here. I mean, this could be the bad water solution, to be fair. I reckon we didn't even need a bloody bad water aqueduct. So we'll just blow it up. So you know what though, peeps? It is nice to see that we finally have some treated planks knocking about. 2 to be precise. Well, that's 2 million billion% more than we had last time. I've changed the priorities around, so our minimum priority job is now just that builder's hut. I reckon we could do with the 4 extra haulers myself. Especially considering I turned this down to 2 beavers, because we've got, count them, 7 broken beavers here in need of some rest and recovery. Which is rather lucky, because we only have 7 medical beds. That includes the 2 that I plonked in earlier in this episode. Oh, now this is an angle and a half right here, like. You get to see the mines spinning, the wheels in the back spinning, powering the entire industrial estate. You can see both Hoomans estates, and you can see the big old reservoir getting banged in, one hammer blow at a time. I reckon this is the last all season long speedy up bit we're gonna have to do this episode, because it's gonna be properly fully built. I will be looking forward to a bit of a temperate season so we can finish off the big water source shenanigans and fill this bad lad all the way up. I can't express how ready I am to not have to live on the edge of water and food supplies any longer. And of course, this is all thanks to Davey Jr visiting us in a dream and telling us what needed to be done and how I can straighten me ways and get our beavers back on side. And I also can't wait to see this as a speedy up bit. This is quite fun just watching it get built in real time. I can't imagine how epic it'll look when it's all sped up and it's just gone and broop. Also, did you notice bloody Solixstar Numpty there getting stranded? And not only was Solixstar Numpty a stranded beaver, but when I went up the priority of that door block to get him rescued, there was 3 beavers that were contaminated. They were banging in levees by the water sources. Lunatics. All I know is that I can't wait to see this big bad lad fill up. Now we are filling up very nicely indeed over here. We don't have any leaks in our big old reservoir / cave. Look at this majesticness right here. And here now, beavers, get your log and plank back off those. How close are we to getting our big old levee system in? Woohoo! This is perfect. So right now, all of the water is going down the side and filling up our big old reservoir, which is perfect because you will have noticed in the speedy up bit, we're just our spilling, aka we're full as a gun up here. And we can sit and raise the water level till our heart's content. Look, either side of these walls here are going to be the same level. I mean, maybe in this episode, maybe we'll have to wait for a future episode. Because as I see it, we currently have 1.2 days of this drought left. And bloody hell, they've got the showers and beavers have got the showers in. Oh, I'll check those out. As I was about to say, 1.2 days left until the episode ends. Because that way we get to see just how our beavers cope with a big old drought. So we've got 1.2 days remaining to fill our brand new reservoir up as much as beaverly possible, while keeping everything else tippity topped off as much as beaverly possible. But while we're doing our spin around end of episode bit, I hope you've enjoyed this mad reservoir building episode, and be keen for Friday's episode where we are gonna finish the bad water aqueduct. And until then, I hope you have yourselves a canny old time and a toodaloo.